So, you're sitting on the couch. You haven't moved in, 20 minutes? And then you hear it. That soft padding across the floor, the little click of nails. And there he is, standing 2 feet in front of you with the squeaky thing in his mouth, just looking at you. You smile. You reach for it, and he takes a step back. You laugh, because it feels like a game, right? So you reach again. He turns his head a little, won't quite give it up, won't quite leave. Just stands there, with this thing in his mouth, watching you. Like he's waiting for you to figure something out. Most owners think this is a fetch invitation. It's not. Well, most of the time it's not. And the part of this that almost no one knows is that there are at least 6 completely different reasons your dog does this. And one of them, the last one I'm going to get to, has absolutely nothing to do with the toy at all. It's about something he picked up off of you. Something you haven't even told yourself yet. Just stay with me on this one, because once you see what your dog is actually doing in that moment, you're going to feel a little caught in a good way. Like in the way you feel when someone you love finally tells you what they meant by something they said years ago. So, here's the first thing you have to understand. The toy in his mouth? It's not a toy. Not really. At least not the way we think of it. To your dog, that ratty stuffed thing with one eye missing is one of the most valuable objects in his entire world. It carries his scent. It carries yours. It's been involved in, hundreds of small good moments, and dogs are, by nature, animals who guard the things they value. That's hardwired. That's old. That is wolf deep. So when your dog walks across the room and voluntarily places that object near you, and I mean not just in the room, but specifically near you, something is happening that researchers don't even classify as play. They classify it as affiliative behavior. Big word, simple meaning. It's just the stuff dogs do to build and protect their closest relationships. Sleeping pressed against your leg, following you from room to room, leaning his weight into your shins while you brush your teeth. The toy bring sits at the very top of that list, because it's the only one that involves giving up something he prizes. Studies on canine social behavior have shown over and over again that dogs only do this kind of voluntary sharing with people they're truly bonded to. Not with strangers. Not with people they just tolerate. With their person. He's not handing you a chew toy. He's handing you a small piece of evidence about what you are to him. And here's the thing. Nobody tells you. The toy doesn't matter. The body matters. If you want to know what your dog is actually saying when he brings something to you, stop looking at the object in his mouth. Look at the dog. The whole story is in the body. Watch a dog who genuinely wants to play. Everything about him is moving forward. Front legs braced, chest dropped, ears up and locked on you. Maybe a little spin, maybe a sharp bark. That bouncing weight that says, go, go, go. You can't miss it. It's loud, even when it's quiet. Now, watch a different dog. Same toy, same room. But he walks, he doesn't run. The toy lands softly near your foot. The tail moves low and slow, not whippy. The ears are soft. He looks at your face for half a second and then looks away. There's no charge in him. He's not loaded towards something. He's just arriving. Those are 2 completely different conversations. And once you start watching for the second one, you're going to realize how many times in your dog's life you answered him with a fetch when he was asking for something else entirely. If this is the kind of stuff you actually want to keep noticing about your dog, that's exactly what we do here. Welcome to Psychology of Dogs. Every single video, this deep, just hit subscribe and we'll keep going. Okay, so let's walk through the versions of this behavior, because they're not the same thing wearing different fur. The first one is the one you know best. You walk in the door, you've barely set the keys down, and he's already gone. Not to greet you, not yet. First, he's hunting for something. A toy, a shoe, the dish towel, whatever he can grab, and then he comes back to you with it in his mouth, wiggling, almost vibrating. This one looks like pure joy, and it is, mostly, but there's something underneath it people don't talk about. When you walk through that door, your dog's body has a real, measurable spike. Heart rate climbs, arousal goes up. His whole system shoots from idle to full power in about 2 seconds. That much energy has to go somewhere. He could jump on you, he could bark, he could spin in circles until he wears himself out. Instead, he picked up an object and brought it to you. That's not just excitement. That's a dog who learned on his own that he can take all that overwhelming feeling and channel it into a small, controlled gift. He's regulating himself. He's giving his body a job to do that, ends with him close to you. And that's a kind of emotional intelligence we don't give dogs nearly enough credit for. He didn't read a book on this, he figured it out, because coming back to you mattered enough to figure it out. The second version is the one almost everyone misses. Nothing has happened. You didn't come home. He wasn't asleep. He wasn't playing. The house is just a house, and he gets up, walks over with quiet purpose, and puts a toy on your lap or near your knee, and then he stays. No bow, no bark, no backing up. Just him, near you, with something he values. This is a check-in. Your dog isn't asking for a game. He's asking for company. He's saying, "Hey, I'm here. Are we okay?" And the only language he has for that is the language of objects. The toy is just the bridge. It's the thing that lets him approach you with a reason. He doesn't have words for "I just wanted to be near you." So he picks up the closest thing he can carry and uses it as a sentence. And here's the part that quietly breaks people when they understand it. The most common mistake owners make in this exact moment is to throw the toy, to turn it into fetch, to answer a question your dog wasn't asking. He wasn't saying, "Play with me." He was saying, "See me." And the response that actually lands isn't a toss across the room. It's a hand on his head, eye contact, a soft, "Hey buddy," 30 seconds of real presence. Watch what happens. The toy gets forgotten in about 4 seconds, because the toy was never the point. The third version is the one that confuses owners the most. He brings you the toy. He drops it near you. You reach for it. He grabs it back. You reach again. He pulls it away, with this look on his face that almost feels like he's smirking. Most people call this stubborn, or they say he's teasing. He's not. There's something more interesting going on. Dogs are remarkable social learners. They are constantly running a quiet experiment in their heads. What gets a reaction? Out of my person. And somewhere along the way, your dog noticed that this exact sequence toy near you, toy snatched back, pulls you into an interaction every time. You look at him. You reach, you laugh, you speak to him. That's not stubbornness. That's negotiation. He's invented a small ritual that reliably gets your eyes on him on his terms. The dog who drops the toy and steps back is offering. The dog who holds the toy near you but won't let go is inviting. Both are communication. They just mean very different things. And your dog is more deliberate about the difference than you've ever given him credit for. The fourth version is short and worth knowing. Sometimes the toy bring isn't about you at all. Sometimes he's stressed, something at the window, a noise, outside, a new person in the house. And he goes and grabs his most comforting object and brings it close to you, not to give it to you, exactly, more like to keep them both in one place. You, and the thing that calms him. He's stacking his safety items. You're one of them. The toy is the other, and bringing them together is how he calms his own nervous system down. If you ever noticed the toy bring happening on a thunderstorm afternoon, and you wondered what that was about, that's what that was. The fifth one only happens with certain dogs, and once you see it, you don't unsee it. He brings the toy and then doesn't drop it. He just lies down next to you, with it in his mouth. Doesn't chew it, doesn't squeak it, just holds it, and rests. That one is what behaviorists sometimes call a comfort hold, the same way a small child won't put down their stuffed animal at the doctor's office. The toy is regulating him while he's near you. He came to you because you make him feel safe. He brought the toy because the toy makes him feel safe. And now he has both at once, and his body can finally exhale. There is almost nothing more trusting a dog can do than that. If anything in this video has made you see something in your dog you hadn't quite put words to before, that's why this channel exists. Psychology of Dogs is for the people who want to actually understand the dog they have, not just manage them. If that's you, subscribe and stay close. We've still got the biggest one coming, because the sixth one is different from all the others. And this is the one I told you about at the start, the one that has nothing to do with the toy. You've had a long day or a bad week, or you got news this morning that you haven't told anyone yet. You're sitting on the couch or the edge of the bed or the kitchen floor and you haven't moved in a while. You haven't cried. You haven't said anything. You think you look fine, and your dog walks over and puts his toy on your leg, not on the floor near you, on you, pressed against your body, and then he doesn't move. This is not a greeting. This is not a check-in. This is not a play invitation. The energy is completely different, and you can feel it the second it happens. He's not asking for anything. He's responding to something he already noticed in you. Researchers at Queen's University Belfast did a study a few years ago that confirmed something a lot of dog owners already suspected in their gut. Dogs can detect human stress through breath and sweat, not body language, chemistry. Before you've cried, before your face has changed, sometimes before you've even admitted to yourself that you're not okay. He already knows. And what some dogs do with that information is the thing that gets me every time, because he can't ask what's wrong. He can't fix it. He doesn't fully understand what's happening to you. So, he goes and gets the one object in the house that he reaches for when he needs comfort, the thing that calms his own body down when his world feels off, and he brings it to you. He's not giving you a toy, he's giving you his comfort. The whole of it, the only kind of help he has. Some dogs can't even find the toy, and they bring whatever they can grab. A sock, a shoe, a book off the shelf. It doesn't matter what it is. The point isn't the object. The point is closing the distance between you and the only kind of helping he knows how to do. Nobody trained him to do that. Nobody could. That's not a behavior, that's a relationship. So, the next time it happens, the next time he walks over with that thing in his mouth, and stands there looking at you a little too long. Slow down for a second. Don't reach for the toy first. Look at his body. Look at what he's actually saying. Sometimes he wants to play. Sometimes he wants to be near you. Sometimes he's negotiating. Sometimes he's settling. And sometimes, on a quiet day when you didn't even realize anything was wrong, he is doing the only thing his species has ever figured out how to do for the people they love. He is bringing you what comforts him because today he can tell you're the one who needs comforting. You've been wondering for years what it meant. Now you know. He's been telling you the whole time.